So, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome again to my live trading session. And since it is 1:34 p.m. here in the Philippines, here in Cebu, we are going to cover, ano nga ba yung cover natin yan? Of course, the global trading room. So, usually, ang ginagawa natin dito guys is of course, um, we are trading or yung tinitingnan natin yung global markets, but we usually focus on the forex, um, silver, gold, uranium, and oil. So ito yung mga tinitingnan natin on this session. So siguro in the coming days I am trying to organize the program wherein we should focus on, let's say, forex, and then the commodities wherein ang content on is yung silver, gold, oil, and other commodity stuff that we are trying to get interested in. Maybe I will do that as well in the coming as a revision of this program. But if you notice, yun yung ginawa natin sa ating crypto, wherein hiniwalay natin, binigyan natin ng sarili niyang section ang crypto, and we want that to be at least once a week, and it's a kind of an overview of what may happen on the next few days, on the incoming week, based on the chart. So, syempre, sa dami ng chart na tinitingnan natin, we usually don't care much on the news as long as we have the chart. Then we should know on how to trade it well. So again, we approach crypto as a trading opportunity, not as a long-term investment. Aside from Bitcoin, and we also have some with XRP. But aside from those, we trade based on the indicators that we use dito sa channel natin. And again, if you want to know how I trade, if you want to get familiar how I do it, the link is actually found on the details of this recording or on this broadcast. I also shared the script if you are trading using TradingView. Yung script na ginagamit ko on this chart, this one in the baseline, the confirmation and the confirmation 2 can be found on the link below as well. Okay, so on doing this broadcast, what we typically do is we check on the EVC chart. So this is the Euro VIX index, wherein ito yung ginagamit natin as a gauge for our risk, or one of the gauge na ginagamit natin. But we know that based on the grading system that we use, ito rin yung paraan ng pag-grades natin. So we may soon be moving away from Euro FX VIX index. Instead, we will rely on our grading system. So paano tayo nag-grade? Nandun din yon sa ating uh, trading strategy na share natin sa ating Facebook page. So yeah, and then we will also revisit the high impact news for forex because we are a forex trader. We trade using 5 percenters uh, prop firm, and we usually look into the high impact news, and we'll try to avoid those news if we do have a considerable position, or if we do, or if we find na merong opportunity sa pair, then we will try to avoid it until the news is over. And then we will take a look on the dollar index because we are forex trader, and we know that US dollar has a huge impact on this market. And then we will try to review on our current position. This current position is based on my 5% trading account that you also notice and will see during our weekly performance review. And then from then, we will try to look into the market, the overall list of we have, wherein we have 26 pairs of forex pairs na trade natin. Then we will also try to check silver, oil, uranium, and of course gold. So these are the commodities aside from the the forex market that we are trading as well. But as I said earlier, maybe we could change uh, or create another broadcast just dedicated to commodities that will include oil, silver, uranium, gold, and other commodities like sugar or beans that we are trying to trade as well. Okay, so moving on, if you do have a request as well based on that market na discuss natin, we can also review that. Pwede natin silipin yung chart. But again, this is just my trading strategy. You don't have uh, follow or do what I do here. But this is an encouragement for you to try trading and investing in this market because, as I said, trading and investing in this financial market is another way to grow your capital or to preserve your capital instead of putting that only sa mga banks. But of course, mas maganda kung alam natin yung ginagawa natin. We just don't buy and sell based sa mga YouTube na nakikita natin. We admire them as me personally. I have a channel and mentors that are being followed. So as you all know, I am a very uh, uh, fan of No Nonsense Forex by Patrick Victor, which is VP. And yeah, based on that, that's the main algo na ginagamit natin to trade. So meaning I found his strategy closer enough for me to trade and to still maintain my day job. Okay, so that's it. So let's start with the first part of this broadcast we're in. We check the EVC. So EVC is currently 630. That means that we still need to have uh, our risk uh, below 2% or half of 2%. That's around 50 to 1% of the usual. But again, this is just based on VPs or no nonsense forex strategy, and we are moving away from this one because we are using our grading system on how much we expose um, our risk. So I think this would be the last the last session that we are going to use this one as our part of the broadcast, and we will stick on the grading system that we use. Okay, so next is what do we have here? We have to revisit the high impact news. So for high impact news, I am basically using my FX book app, and then there is a calendar, and it is divided into weeks. So today is Tuesday, March 23, and we have here GBP, and based dito we have the unemployment rate that could affect our trading today. So I would be more cautious on dealing with GBP pairs because of that, and we have the previous of 5.1% for um, unemployment, and the the possible value would be 5.2%, which is higher or bearish for GBP. So meaning dapat ang ina-expect natin dito is kung mataas ang actual, let's say 5.1 ang previous, and we will have a value lesser than 5.1, that would be bullish for GBP. And kung mas mataas doon, just like the cons here, which is 5.2, this could be a bearish uh, news for GBP. So aside from GBP, we have a new home sales month on month for US dollar, but again, I don't usually consider this as a high impact news on my strategy, because as you all know, I am only considering the interest rate, and then unemployment, and election. So those are the major news na tinitingnan natin. But just a precaution, we will also watch the new home sales later today. Okay, so based on that, ang next na value natin is we will check on our current values or trade position in our fibers account. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading position in fibers. 1, 2, 3, 1 AUD, AUD NCT, GBP, AUD, GBP CAD, and then CDCHF. So NCDCHF is actually we exit from this one. I think what was that? NCDCHF. NCDCHF ang exit tayo kahapon, because we seen that on the 4-hour time frame, ito yung time frame natin kahapon sa 4-hour, nakita natin to, and based on that confirmation as well, nakita natin itong sell signal, and the confirmation too is already in the below 50 level. So ang ginawa natin kahapon is, instead na ma-hit itong stop loss natin, we exit earlier, and sure enough, it was a good thing that we exit, because na after a few hours na hit yung stop loss level natin. So that's the beauty of monitoring your position, wherein you have exit signal. Hindi mo na kailangang hintayin yung sinet mo na stop loss. If you have confirmed those exit signals, then you execute your exit without hesitation. Okay, because that's part of the plan. So we will clear this as part of our position, and we will have the following pairs in here. So for AUD CAD, I also exited my second upper strands in here because huh? Oh, is it the one or the AUD NCD? I mean AUD NCD, but for uh, AUD CAD, this is a warning as well for me because I am watching that line there to get um, hit with the price hit on that, so I better put a alert in there wherein if the price hits on that, then we should exit. uh, I'll set that NCT on. Okay, so edit. Part of exit signal. Okay, so pag na-hit siya today, then we should respect our trading plan. If you notice, meron yung sell signals confirmation and also the RSI on the confirmation tool also crossed as a bearish on our red, which is our signal, and the sentiment is already in the sell zone. So medyo masama na yung lagay ng ating um, indicator. So we need to confirm that by once the price hit that alarm alert there, then we have to exit. Okay. So next is what do we have? AUD NCD. So for this one, I took profit on my position. As you all know, we do trade on 2 tranches, and as I check it around before the broadcast starts, nakita ko na medyo nag-deteriorate na siya dito. And in order to lock some of my profit, I already lock it and move my stop loss in here. So meaning whatever happens, if this pair continues to go on the upside, then we will ride that price going up. And pag bumaba naman siya and na-hit itong stop loss na to, then we will exit with a profit. So meaning wala na tayong talo sa trade na to. Okay. So next is GBP AUD is another position that we have, but in this case we are in a short position. What we are trying to monitor here is once okay, so we have that confirmation if this will close in today, and we have that one, and this one is also a confirmation that this could reverse, then we will exit as well. So kung napansin nyo, naglagay ako dyan ng alarm because that's the confirmation, and I think this could be earlier because mas marami na yung sentiment or yung signal natin. We have that buy stop there and the buy signal here, and the cross of that confirmation, the green cross above the red, and the sentiment, which is the yellow, is moving up. That's a signal that we need to exit. So I will also consider exiting this trade today. Okay. So for GBP CAD, I think for this one, let's check. For me, this is still an uptrend. We are in profit in this one as well. And let's check our 4 hour time frame if we need to exit or adjust our position. So if you notice, okay pa naman, above pa rin siya and wala pang sign ng downtrend sa ating 3 indicators. So we will just hold this one for now. So that's it for the uh, trade position that we have. But for forex, and then let's check our oil. So for oil, if you notice, ito yung way na ginawa natin. This is grade C in our setup because bigla siya nag-sell off nung March 18. We buy somewhere in here on the 19th of March and we are still on the profit. And ang tinitingnan natin na level dyan is actually the 56 level. So this should be updated. Our stop loss should be on the 56. So somewhere around here on this level. So that is our next because that's the support, right? So we know that that's the support. Then pag na-break siya into somewhere in here, then we have to exit because there's a possibility na pwede pa siyang mag-deteriorate papunta sa ating 200 moving average. But for now, let's hold on that position and let's see in the next coming days. So ang 4 hour time frame natin is also giving us a direction that we need to exit, and we may follow this as a way for us to exit because as you can see we have the sell here and price is now below of our moving averages, the sell signal, and also here. So meaning by doing that we need to exit our position, and I am doing that right now in my broker. So give me a couple of minutes to execute my exit signal. Medyo mahina yung internet natin today. And we are still around 64.88%. Not bad, but we need to close that to respect our trading plan. Okay, so we are out of our oil position, so that means we have to clear all the drawing. But of course we still believe that the prices is still in an uptrend. It's just that our exit signal showed up in our exit time frame, which is this one. So yun, and when this improves, we will wait for that price to go back on this position here, or if of course this one gives us a another buy signal. But as you can see, for now we are the entry trigger in the 1 hour is not yet complete, right? So we need the price to at least go back above that 50 level buy signal here, and this one here should go back into this level. Okay, so yun, that's what we need for oil. Okay, so we are about to mark that as that one. So next we have is gold. So for gold, I mean silver. This is my investment position. and so far it's still on uptrend, but it is in a, in a position or in a in trouble as of the moment. So medyo nag-deteriorate na siya, but we still believe that the price is or silver is still on an uptrend because nasa taas pa rin siya ng 200 moving average natin. So pag eto na break, then we are going to see this level here, and from that point we will ready our cash to add on our position. Okay, so that's for silver, and you can check my position on silver on PSLV, and I also have my position for silver in markets.on. So yeah, in the coming days, so I may concentrate my position in here, and yeah, instead of monitoring that one as well. So for uranium, we have two mining stock na monitor for uranium. We have BHP in Australia and CCJ in the US. So BHP is moving upwards again, and on that entry of ours, so medyo losing na yung position natin. But as you can see, this is a longer term as well, and hopefully we can add some capitals in here if kumanda na yung daily uh, indicators natin. For CCJ, are still in good, I think, position. Okay, we are still on profit for CCJ, which is a good one. And yeah, and it's still sitting on that, it's respecting the 10 moving average na isa sa short-term indicator natin, which is good. So that's it for uranium, and again, the play here is to add or to accumulate shares every time we have a correction, or it comes to significant levels like uh, 50 or 200 moving average. Okay, so for gold, okay, so we have an ETF in gold. Kung titingnan natin yung index ng gold mismo is it's trying to have or moving on that channel, on this channel. So I think this is an overall cup and handle on the weekly chart. So let's see that cup and handle there. So you see we have a cup and handle pattern, and we will see once the price breaks out here, then the book said that it could continue the rise of gold. So for now, what a swing and a position trader can do is that, just like here, they can position or buy on that part. So let's get back on the daily. So kung trader ako and I see this candle here, I may buy some here, which is a good position to target this channel as my take profit. Okay, but for me as a investor in gold, I just add some capital if the price goes into the significant level, and this one is also a significant level as well. Okay, so let's go on reviewing or taking some of the forex pairs if meron tayong makikita. Again, the how we trade is we check the daily, and kung uptrend siya, we will try to find buying opportunity. But when we have a buying opportunity, we will consult our 1 hour time frame if it will give us a entry trigger. Pag merong entry trigger sa 1 hour natin, pupuntahan natin ang 4 hours for our stop loss. And then we execute the trade in tranches. So let's start with AUD CAD. And for now, if I am a trader, I will wait for another candle because it's still I'm still a buyer for this pair because it's still above this 200 moving average. So hintayin ko munang touch, mag-retrace yung price punta sa 200 moving average natin. So for AUDCHF, so this is a pass as well. The price should go into this level bago natin tingnan yung ating 1 hour time frame. So for AUDJPY pass, we need the price to go closer into the moving average. We are still a buyer in AUDJPY. So kaya lang hindi tayo basta-basta mag-entry kasi nga dapat yung price niya is nasa market structure. So for AUD and CD, I will pass this one because medyo malayo na siya sa 10 moving average natin. So, but the price is already, but the trend is still an uptrend. Okay. CAD CHF, I will avoid this one for now. Although it's an uptrend, but I need the price to either get closer here or it should go beyond above that level. Kasi nga, if you notice from here, it respected this baseline. So nire-respect niya yung yellow baseline natin, which I think this is the 10 moving average. So pag nag climb back siya dyan, and then we will consider buying it as a short trade. So for CAD JPY, the same. It's either we wait here and we wait or we wait the price na mag get back sa taas ng yellow baseline. CHF JPY. So yeah, this could be a let's check. So that's the price is of course moving closer to the baseline, and that's a good area. So if I am a trader here, I would check 1 hour time frame. So sa 1 hour time frame natin, hindi pa kompleto yung kanyang entry trigger. So yes in here, and then wala pang buy signal, and yung confirmation to natin, although nasa above na siya, mas maganda kung magko-cross yung green pataas sa ating red, and then we will enter into this trade. So for Euro AUD, it's a downtrend, but it's getting closer to the 50 moving average, and we will see kung mabe-break ba yan. So kung hindi man siya magbe-break yan, so we have AUD CAD, which is our one of our position. AUD CAD na hit yung ating exit signal, and we should respect that as well. So let me exit. Yeah, exit all of our position there. Okay, so we just exit our position in AUD CAD. Okay, so exit na tayo sa AUD CAD natin, and we mark this as remove drawing. Okay, wala na siya dapat dyan. Okay, so continue. Next is NCDJPY. So sa NCDJPY natin, uptrend, and we would need to have a good bounce on this area. So pag nag-bounce siya dyan, i-consider natin siyang i-trade ulit. Okay? NCD-USD. Okay? So we'll wait. Medyo malakas yung ating dollar index. And we will wait. So there's a possibility na magre-retest siya dyan sa ating 200 moving average, which is an opportunity for us to observe kung mare-retain ba niya yung uptrend or hindi. So I think this pattern here would be significantly the same, almost the same with other major pairs. So let's check Euro USD. If you notice, medyo nagba-bounce na siya dyan. And if we will take this one as an opportunity, then we are looking on this as our target price. That would give us a possible 3%. Okay, and if we will look into the entry trigger that we have, hindi pa siya kompleto. We need to have the buy signal in here, that cross in there. So let's mark it as we can see. Okay, so pag nag-mark siya dyan, and let's try to figure out na kunyari nakuha na natin yung ating entry trigger. So ang magiging stop loss natin dito could be this one here, and then we will measure our risk reward ratio of at least 1 to 1.5. So pag makakakuha tayo ng at least ganung value, so meaning that's a very good risk reward for now. So meaning if we are right and the trend will reverse, will continue to reverse, then we will see a peak of 3 or 6.19 risk reward ratio. So that means that we risk $1 and we will get $6.19. But our 1 hour as a minimum is in here, which is 1.5. So somewhere in there. So this is a good trade, I think. So we will monitor Euro USD, and as the way I see it, this would be a grade A. Okay, so this is grade A. So because oh sorry, this is still grade C, because although nasa baba siya ng ating moving average, this could hindi siya alignment of the stars, kasi ang alignment of the stars natin is dapat ang sequence is 250 and then 10, but as of the moment meron tayong 200, 10 and then 50 there. But that could improve, so meaning pwede tayong maglagay muna ng grade B trade here, and then we can add more kung mako-confirm niya yung alignment of the stars niya pagdating somewhere here. So if that happens, we will add additional trade for Euro USD. Okay, so this is exciting, and I would like to add that in the active trade so that we can always see it. Okay, next is GBP USD. So sa GBP USD natin, same, and it's now sitting in the 50 baseline. Uptrend pa rin siya, so this is a candidate for good trade. And sa ating 1 hour time frame para sa entry trigger, wala pa rin siya. So we need a buy signal here, a buy stop here, and this should go above here. So okay, medyo malayo pa yung GBP USD. For AUD USD naman, um, let's pass tayo dito kasi na break niya na yung 50 moving average, so there's a chance na pwede pa siyang bumaba up to here. Okay, so i-consider natin siya syempre kung yung price niya nasa taas ng 50 moving average, but for now we will just continue waiting or monitoring AUD USD. For USD CHF, although nag-break na siya ng 200 moving average, yung kanyang 50 is nasa ilalim pa rin, so hindi pa rin natin siya i-consider na complete na yung kanyang uptrend. So we will still wait on that. Same with USD JPY. So ang USD JPY naman is, although I think kompleto na yung kanyang uptrend, I would love to see this price, kung mapapansin nyo, is I think nag-break na siya sa 10 and pwede pa siyang bumaba as my concern. So once na bumaba siya dyan and nag-hit siya dito, that's our opportunity, and see if the trend is still uptrend. So in the majors that we have on the list, I think ang pinakamalapit natin trade is ang Euro USD. So we will see later today kung magmamaterialize ba yung ating entry trigger na nakita dito. So we have a yes, almost yes here. We should see a good green dot in this area. So a crossover of that green to that red, then we will enter into our trade. So habang wala pa, hintayin lang muna natin dyan. So I think that's it for me for this global trading session. We broadcasted for 3 minutes, and we are allotting 1 hour for every session that we have. And yeah, I hope you found value on this one, and you got your trading ideas as well based sa mga review natin markets and asset. So as I said, I will try to revise, focus on Forex. We will make this a Forex session, and then we will try to create a commodity session, and then we will do a global stock session as well. Okay, so thank you very much again. Hopefully you would try to follow and enjoy my content, and I will also accept some suggestion kung ano yung gusto niyo makita sa channel natin, because the purpose of this is to get most people, especially Filipino, na mag-invest and mag-trade o subukan ng market na ito for growing and preserving their capital. So thank you very much, and have a good trading day.